because God is asking us those things. We have to ask ourselves, what is our focus? And I'll end it like this. I have a very close relationship with a young man. He's still in high school. And, this is the lifestyle that he has chosen. And all I want to do is love him. Like, I know for some people, when they see him, is to, tell him, oh, you're going to perish, you're going to burn in hell if you don't change your life. But when I see him, all I want to do is love him. That's all I feel like. Like I said, I'm very strong in standing on God's word and following what God tells me to say. But God has never told me to condemn him. God has never told me to talk about him. All God has ever showed me to do is love him purely, remind him of who he is and where he is going in this life and what he is capable of doing and who he can be. But God has never given me a word to tear this man apart or tear anybody else apart. And know for those who, who may just be chiming into this video, there's another one. But, like I said, when it comes to these things, and people ask me these questions because I do believe in God. I do believe in Jesus Christ. I believe that they ask me these questions because they want to see where I am in my walk. They want to see if I'm going to be the complete opposite of what I say I am. If I say I'm a lover and I love unconditionally, I feel like they ask me these questions because they want me to contradict what I say. They want me to say something that's gonna make me feel like an evil person, like a person that's filled with hatred, and that's not who I am. I'm always gonna be real. I'm always gonna give you truth, and I love hard, but I'm also a person that believes that truth is valid. That we all need truth. Truth is understanding. Truth is knowledge. Truth is a way of life. Because if nobody is giving you truth and nobody is speaking truth to you, how can you spread truth? How can you speak edification to another person if you cannot edify yourself? If you cannot enlighten yourself? If you cannot awaken yourself? Like I said, people may tell me that I'm crazy, but I told my sister today, and this is something that I truly feel in my heart. I was like, I believe that your community is a test on humanity. I truly believe it. I truly believe that the LGBTQ community is a test on our love, on our truest love, on how we really love. Because the moment that somebody comes out, the moment that someone says that this is who I am and this is a lifestyle that I'm going to live, the first thing that comes out of most people's mouths are words of hate and words of condemnation. But that was never Jesus. That was never Christ. That was never Christ. Christ was love. Christ was edification. Christ was elevation. He said, go to the poor, heal the sick, feed your brother, feed your sister. Go to the least of these and raise them up. Because the reality of they are the least of these. They are the least of us. We make it seem like they're taking over the world. But the reality of it is they are the least of these. And they are crying out for love. They want to be loved. They want to be understood. They want somebody to hear their story. They want somebody to hear them. They want validation that they want to be seen. They want the world to know we are here. And whether they change or not, whether they, because I was like, most people, they say they love God. They go to church. They believe. But like I said, their sexual preferences are different. But I also believe that if their love in God and in Jesus Christ is pure, that he can do anything if you want it in your heart. Like I said, that's just my spiel. You can agree, you can, disagree. It is what it is. This is what I feel in my heart. This is how I understand. If you tell me that loving is wrong, you're wrong. If you tell me that loving people for who they are is wrong, you're wrong. Because I'm not a judge. I don't have a heaven or hell to put no one in. I can't tell nobody where they're going. I'm focused on exactly what God told me to do. That's to speak his word, intercede, love on his behalf, pour out my heart for those who don't have the capacity to do it, pray on their behalf, stand in the gap, and that is what I do in spite of what people think. I'm going to pray. I'm going to release. I'm going to shout to the holies of holies. I'm going to cry out on behalf of my loved ones because we all need it. We all want it. Because if that wasn't the case, questions like this wouldn't come up. Nobody will be asking anybody who said that they're spiritual or religious or have any type of church background. These questions wouldn't even come up if we were really expressing ourselves through love. Nobody would be asking us these questions. But the fact that people ask me these questions and it gives me an opportunity to speak my true heart lets me know that God listens and that God moves and God speaks through me. When I say, I guess I got a little passionate about it, but that's just how I feel. Because I love hard. I love hard. I don't know if my friends will watch this. I don't even know if my sister will watch this, but I know that they know that I love them and that my love is pure and that when I look at them, I don't see sexuality. I don't see choices that they made in life. I see them just as I see me, broken, needed fixing, needing mending. Like I told my sister, I was like, and it's something that she really took to heart. I was like, we're like shattered glass. When we are broken, we are shattered. And if we don't take time to clean up the mess of what was broken, of what was shattered, or allow God to clean it up and to come in and fix us, we leave pieces of ourselves. We leave small little shards that we can't see. And we give people control over our lives. But we got to start picking it all up. We got to start allowing God to come in and clean up. To be Mr. Clean in our situations, not missing the spot. Not missing anything, because it is him who mends the broken places. It is him who goes into those places and fills those cracks and makes our lives greater and so much better so that we have room to receive what it is that he wants to pour into us. But like I said, that's my spiel. Hope you receive something. I hope this could really give you revelation and resonate in your heart. Because like I said, I'm asked these questions all the time. People try to test my beliefs and what I say and how I go about things all the time. But I stand firm in what I believe. I'm very passionate in what I believe. And if, people want to call me a hypocrite or, say, it's heresy to say the things I said, so be it. So be it. Because my first love is language. My first language is love. Love was my first language. But, it is what it is. Thank you for listening. Thank you for chiming in. Y'all have a blessed day. Love everybody.